Good morning. Good morning. Our distinguished speaker, Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers, Nana Chancellor, Council Chair, the representative of the Minister of Education, the Central Regional Minister, Municipal Chief Executive, the Vice Chancellor, members of faculty, traditional leaders, policymakers, esteemed guests, students, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be here this morning to chair the 2026 UEW Public Lecture Series. I thank the leadership of the university for this important national conversation. I refer to it as a national conversation deliberately because this goes beyond an academic gathering. This is the kind of platform that places demand on our country to think about systems, preparing our young people, and whether we are moving at the same speed as the future approaching them. It helps societies examine our assumptions and make national reflections on a public responsibility. UEW has long carried a unique responsibility in Ghana's educational journey because training teachers is shaping generations. You shape how our children first learn confidence. You shape how our curiosity is formed. And you shape how young people begin to imagine possibilities. And this means the work done here travels beyond campus. It enters every profession that depends on someone having been taught well. So today, I want to commend UEW for the willingness to lead difficult conversations about what education must become. Ladies and gentlemen, today's theme is significant: empowering minds by rethinking education for sustainable development. For me, the word that stands out in the theme is rethinking. It means asking whether systems designed for one era are still fit for another, and recognizing that the world many of us were educated in is not the same world our young people are entering now. Today, the skills that industries demand, including mine, are evolving faster than many curricula and technology is changing. This means if education remains unchanged, whilst everything around it changes, we are creating a gap between learning and relevance. And that gap is costly because students feel it first, employers feel it next, and eventually the economy feels it most. This is why conversations like today's and the voices gathered here matter. Representative of the Honorable Minister, thank you for being here. Your presence reminds us that education reform must remain central to national leadership. Every major national ambition, be it industrial growth, innovation, productivity, or inclusion, depends ultimately on whether education is producing people ready to carry those ambitions forward. At Telecel Ghana, we believe very strongly that education must evolve through partnerships because no single institution can carry this responsibility alone. Industry must participate by helping shape graduate readiness for work. That is why we have introduced a number of interventions. I'll introduce just 3 of them to you. One is our Next Generation Graduate Program, and we have created this to transition students from university to professional life through practical work experience and structured mentoring. Another intervention which I'm very proud of is the Telecel Female Engineering Scholarship Program, which we have been running for close to 10 years now. And it remains a very important contribution to our national development. We are intentional about investing in the future of women in engineering by seeing and supporting them financially in their final year and then providing them valuable work exposure through internship. We cannot speak seriously about innovation whilst large numbers of young women still feel uncertain about whether the technical spaces have space for them or not. When women remain in engineering, sectors become stronger, solutions broader, and industries become representatives of society they represent. And through partnership with the Ghana Education Service and the National STEM Center, our Telecel Digitech Academy is also training young students. So far, we have trained about 2,000 of them across 13 regions in robotics, coding, web design. And this is responding directly to one of the biggest shifts that is required in our time, and that is the digital shift. After 12 weeks of school program, it's always heartwarming to see young, brilliant minds build community-relevant solutions, including prototypes of automated irrigation systems, bush firefighting robots, walking aids for the visually impaired, flood detection systems, and wind energy generators, among other innovations. Today, digital literacy has become a basic requirement for relevance, irrespective of sector. Digital confidence is increasingly shaping how far our youth can go. And the students here, I need you to take this very serious. The quality of life of a country is reflective of its quality of education. Whilst we build roads, expand industries, and invest in technology, human capability must grow at the same pace so that development does not eventually slow down under its own weight. To our distinguished speaker, we are honored to have you here with us today. Your contribution to this platform will ensure that we all benefit from a rare combination of scholarship, diplomacy, legal thought, and global institutional experience. You have served across regions, systems, and in some of the most complex governance environments in our time. That perspective matters because education is no longer only a domestic issue. It is increasingly tied to how nations compete, collaborate, and sustain development in a very interconnected world. To the students, parents, and educators here today, as an employer, we are not only asking what our students read in school, we are asking how responsibly our students can lead and how confidently they can solve what has not yet been solved. Let us not treat education as something you complete. Let's treat it as something you continue. We keep learning, questioning, and building beyond qualification. I look forward to an enriching and important conversation today. Let's give this lecture our full attention. With this, I accept to chair the program for today. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much.